This should be your priority or you will lose a lot of money. Today's video is for everyone out there who is a YouTuber because you are going to lose 24% of your entire YouTube earnings, and that is if you don't submit your tax information, which means that if you are earning $1,000 or 10,000 rupees, you're going to lose $240 or 2,400 rupees, and that is a lot of money. So in today's video, I'm here to tell you the step-by-step process of how to submit your tax information and what options to choose in the form so you can save a lot of money, and also easily explain what this YouTube tax update is all about. So please watch this video till the end. Hey guys, my name is Deep and I'm a YouTuber just like you, and the other day when I got this email, I vaguely read it and I ignored it. But I soon realized an important point that was mentioned there. If your tax information isn't provided by May 31st, 2021, Google may be required to deduct up to 24% of your total earnings worldwide. 24%? Damn, that's a lot of money. But let me explain, because there is a catch. Hear me out. If you're a YouTuber based out of anywhere in the world except the United States, you are required to submit your tax information by the 31st of May 2021. There is no escaping that. This is mandatory. You have to do this. Failing to do this will result in deduction of 24% of your entire earning that you make on YouTube. So as I mentioned earlier, if you make about $1,000 or 10,000 rupees, you will lose $240 or 2,400 rupees every month. But if you submit your tax information, YouTube will only deduct 10 or 15% of all your earnings that you make in the US only, not your entire YouTube earnings, only the money that you make out of the US viewership. Meaning if you make $1,000 on YouTube and only $100 from the USA, YouTube will only deduct $10 or $15 out of the $100 that you make from USA. This percentage will totally depend on your country or region. Some regions like UK or Canada may be eligible for 0%, and some regions like Korea will be eligible for 10%. And for people like me here in India, the percentage is 15%. This totally depends on your country's tax treaty with the US. So submitting your tax information will tell you how much of your money will be deducted according to your country. But if you don't submit your tax information at all, 24% of your entire YouTube earnings, doesn't matter if it's from the US, India, Korea, Bangladesh or any country, your entire income, 24% of that will be deducted by YouTube. So I strongly recommend that you go ahead and submit your tax information right now. Leave everything else. You have to go ahead and submit your tax information. So if you have the time right now, I strongly recommend that you follow along. Okay? Hoping you're ready. Let's go. So follow this step by step, or you may end up doing this incorrectly. Go ahead and open a new tab and log in into your AdSense account. The link is in the description. You must see this pop-up here on the top, which is marked important. In that, click on Manage Tax Info, and that will take you to this page here. If you don't see this notification, just click on the payments here and then Manage Settings and then Manage US Tax Information. Then click on Add Tax Info. A new window will open up asking you to log in and authorize your account. Make sure your pop-up blocker is off. In the new tab, just enter your password and sign in. That will authenticate and you will be presented with this screen. This first page will ask you your account type, if it's an individual or an entity. In my case, this YouTube channel is my own and it's on my name and I'm the only one running it. So I'm going to select the option individual. But if you're an organization or a business like a registered company, running a business like an agency or something, you can click on entity. I'm going to select individual and then click next. The next question is if you're a citizen or a resident of the United States. If you are, click yes, and you will have to fill form W9 to prove your citizenship. But for everyone else who are not a citizen of US, just click on no. Now you will be presented with two options here. W8BEN and W8ECI. These are two different forms. Select W8BEN if you're an individual that pays tax in your own country, or select W8ECI if you pay your tax in the US as well. I'm gonna select W8BEN because I pay tax only in my country. Then click on Start W8BEN form, and that will take you to this page, which is the form itself. Your name will be shown up here. Ignore the DBA as it's optional, but select your country here. In my case, it's India, so I'll select India. You can go ahead and select your country. Then comes your taxpayer identification option. This is where you really need to pay attention. What you have to do here is you'll have to give your personal tax identification number, which is allotted to you by your country's tax department. In India, it's called PAN, and in the UK, it's called UTR. So just enter your tax number here, because this is how you can save money and claim your lower percentage of tax deduction or tax treaty. So I'm going to enter my PAN number here. Then you will be asked to enter your permanent address. Ignore this first option here and enter your full address as per your government ID. And then select this option if the postal address is the same as your permanent resident address. And then click next. And then comes your tax treaty option. This is where you're going to save the money. It says, are you claiming a reduced rate under tax treaty? Just click yes, because if you select no, you will end up paying 30% of the tax, not just 24. So click yes and then select this option. And then select your country. Then you will be asked to select your income type, so you can claim the special rates and condition. Select services, select Article 7, Paragraph 1, and then select 0% withholding rate, and then approve the reason. Then select motion picture and TV, Article 12, Paragraph 2A2, and select 15% withholding rate, and approve the reason. Then select other copyright, Article 12, Paragraph 2A2, and select 15% withholding rate. Please don't select 30% by mistake in both these cases, and then approve the reason. If you're curious to know what these articles and paragraphs are, I've added a link to the US Tax Treaty with India documentation in the description box below. Go ahead and check that out. Once done, click next. And this is where you can see a preview of your document. Open the document once and go through it to make sure all the things are correct. And then select the option here which says I confirm that I have reviewed. Then click next and you will be asked to sign the certification. Enter your full name here as per your legal documents and then select the first option, which is yes, I'm the person signing this and completing this form on my own behalf. Lastly, you'll be asked to fill if you have performed any activities and services in the US. I've never been to the USA, so I'll select no since I've never done that. You can do the same if you haven't. Then select this checkbox here. This is basically telling Google that you do all your YouTube related work outside of the US. Then comes your status change affidavit. Just select the second option here if you have already received payments from YouTube. Select the first option only if you have not received any payment yet. And then read and select the declaration below. At this point, you're done. If you have to make any changes, you'll have to go back and do that now. But if you followed the video correctly, all you need to do is click submit and that's it. Your form will be submitted and approved, and you can now see that you will only be paying a 15% tax for your US earnings and not the 24% of your entire YouTube earnings. Now, if you're interested to know how much your channel makes from US viewership, go to YouTube Analytics and then Advanced Mode. And then select the previous month and select Geography. Here, add a secondary metric and choose your estimated revenue. Here, find US in the list of countries below the graph and you can see your estimated US revenue. And that will tell you how much this new update is going to affect you as a YouTuber. Me personally, 58% of my entire YouTube earnings come from the USA, which means that I'm going to lose 15% of the 58% that I make from the US, and that is a huge chunk. But if your YouTube channel makes the major chunk from different countries other than USA, you have less things to worry about. But the same can't be said for YouTubers like me who primarily depend on their US earnings. But that's okay, no complaints. So there you have it. I hope this video was helpful. You have now successfully saved your money and I'm just happy I was able to help. Subscribe if you want to make me happier and I will see you guys in the next one. Happy to help.